Hi, welcome to our old and possibly new normal again. I'm wearing this primarily to illustrate how super pumped I am being with you and how tangled we're about to get in a web of wonder together. You'll be free to go anytime. I only hope you stick with me to the very end. Thanks for joining me. All right, let me get rid of this mask and reveal my other identities. In Muggle life, my friends, colleagues, patients usually just call me Dr. J. In magic circles, I'm routinely referred to as Ragnu, the okay. Something about truth in advertising. By the way, this is all happening up here in Maine on my back patio. I hope it's not too distracting. I just thought you might enjoy the view. Instead of starting off with something really small, I thought that we would go with big. Please prepare yourselves for a miracle. And I don't use that term lightly. I reserve it exclusively for effects of biblical proportion. We're talking Old Testament now. Book 2, chapter 4, paragraph 7 to be precise. Exodus. I bet you're fairly familiar with the fundamentals of the story. Let me fill in a few of the lesser-known details gleaned from my studies with a minion of Hasidic scholars. Excuse me, I have to stand for this. Please just sit back and enjoy so you could hear the rest of the story. Remember long ago when Moses, yes, Moses, went down to Egypt to meet with Pharaoh for the first time, my bar mitzvah tallis, and was led into the palace. Stood before the leader of Egypt and pleaded, "So, Pharaoh, what's your problem? Lighten up a little. Let mine people go." And Pharaoh angrily answered, "No way! Why should I listen to you? What power do you possess?" Moses replied, "Well, with a snap of the fingers, you could be swimming in blood, swatting off bugs, covered with boils." Oy. Pharaoh shouted to his guards, Take him away." Moses answered, "Wait." And he looked down at his doctor's bag, which he borrowed from his brother Aaron, who happened to be their mother's favorite. Well, at least he went to medical school. Sorry, I digress. Opened it up, reached in, and pulled out his staff and said, "Look, Pharaoh, mine staff can turn into a snake." Pharaoh scoffed and scoffed again, snickered, and said, "Silly rabbi, tricks are for yids. My number one trickster, Ixter, will show you up. You remember Ixter, the trickster from the scripture. Pharaoh called him Ike for short. So he summoned Ixter with his fiery snake, turned to Moses and just belted out, "Anything you can do, I could do better. I could do anything better than Jews." I'm going straight to hell. Before Pharaoh could hum another note, Moses' snake lunged and coiled completely around Ike's. It was a fight to the finish. They went at each other tooth and tail. Then, when the smoke cleared, holy smoke, Moses' snake was safe and unharmed, and part of it was clutching onto the other's throat. Pharaoh was furious and fit to be tied. So he pulled and pulled and finally was able to just pull it off. But no sooner than it came off, it jumped back on again, this time in a death grip. It wouldn't budge. The snake wiggled and wriggled, then jiggled no more. Straight line. A few days later, at the autopsy, Pharaoh unraveled the meaning to this mystery. Pharaoh concluded that Moses didn't come to just hang around for a while, but was there to make a lasting impression. You see, until he did what Moses had to say, Moses was set and there to stay. And as his legend grew, no one messed with Moses anymore. I don't know about you, but I'm schwitzing. Please don't turn me off yet. I've got one fast follow-up miracle for you. Being an equal opportunity magician, though, it comes from a newer text, and it's called Water to Wine. It was first done by this young, talented, up-and-coming kid. Jesus, I wish I could remember his name. It went something like this. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech olam Borei Pri Hagofen L'chaim. Manischewitz, of course. Well, thanks for putting up with me with all this mishigas. But I have to sign off. Yaakov Moshe ben Yosef, Aka Ragnu, Resh Gimel Nun Vov Hat Sarait. Shalom Aleichem.